I'm going to show you how to earthquake safe your home. There's lots of little tips and tricks you can do along the way to prevent any damage or injury should an earthquake hit. I've got some really simple tools here that you can use to earthquake safe your home, starting with some strip brace, used normally for tying back things like your hot water tanks or gas bottles. We've got brackets for large furniture like bookshelves or dressers, some fastenings here to fix larger items down permanently, drawer latches, which can be used to prevent kids getting in drawers but also stop them falling out in quakes, and some blue tack or seismic wax just to prevent ornaments and things falling off shelves. There's also things like non-slip maps, so if you do have any shelves with crockery or books or anything like that, it's not going to slip off. We've also got the general tools you'll need: hammer, stud finder, knife, drill set. The first step is really wandering around your house and just looking for any hazards or things that could be knocked over in an earthquake. Areas like kitchens are particular hotspots. We have a lot of shelving, a lot of crockeries, and then a lot of appliances like toasters or microwaves on shelves. So it pays just to have a good look around and see what you can find. A lot of flat screen TVs pose quite a risk, so it's really important to look how they're mounted or how they're sitting. If they're sitting freestanding on a cabinet, it's really important to make sure that they're fixed down to that cabinet. If they're mounted to a wall, check that it's a locking mechanism that it's on so it won't fall off if there is an earthquake. Only other hazard I've really identified here when looking around is this big vase. For something that big, I'd suggest using something like seismic wax. It's a really cool product and sticks a little bit stronger than blue tack and shows quite clear, so it's not going to be overly obvious on something clear like this. To attach this, I'm simply going to dob 3 even points around the base. When I go to put it down, I'm just going to rock it a little bit around to make sure that it grips, and there you go. You may have some lighter weight ornaments or vases or bowls around the house that you want to fix down without having to get the seismic wax. You can simply just use blue tack, roll them into little balls and just put them underneath the ornament that you're putting it on. So just give that a little wiggle there to make sure that it's adhering properly. And once you've done that, you've got something that's safe in the event of an earthquake. A handy little bit of hardware you can use is a simple kids bracket. These are designed typically to stop little kids' fingers getting into drawers and cupboards they're not welcome to. Simply to install these, you just need to have a little mounting clip that will go on the inside of the drawer or cupboard. And then the actual clip attaches to the inside of the door and will click shut. To open this, you simply have to put your finger in to open. It's important to have a good look through your kitchen and check your cupboards and drawers for where your crockery sits. Sometimes these can be a real issue in earthquakes. A simple way is open some of your drawers and just give them a good shake. If you see things moving around, probably means you need to put some non-slip mat in. The non-slip matting is really handy for things like drawers or shelves where you do have crockery or vases or things that could slip over. It's important to look out for large bits of furniture around the house that could potentially fall over in an earthquake. Look out for things like dressers or bookcases that could fall. All you want to do is really mount a bracket against them to fix it against the wall. To fix it against the wall, find a stud, use something like a stud finder, and then screw it against the wall. Concealing the brackets can be quite simple. Simply find a stud and find a way that you can tuck it underneath your furniture so it's not seen. It's really important when quake safing your home to look out for things like big water tanks or gas bottles. You can buy very simple fixing kits or use simple strap brace to tie them back. Simply strap it around the unit and then use a coach screw or bolt just to fix it back down. As this tank's so big and tall, we've used 3 strip braces just to make sure it's safe. You could get away with 2 if the tank was a little bit smaller. For photo frames and mirrors, it's important to double check what fixings you currently have. If you've just got one, it may be advantageous to add a couple more for extra support, and it's really important to make sure that you've got at least 1 stud fixed to. For your actual brackets, you may want to make sure they're closed off as well so that the photo frame or mirror won't pop off in the event of an earthquake. There's some simple things you can do to quake safe your home, but at the end of the day, it's as much about peace of mind as anything. But it's really good to know that no one can get hurt and your heirlooms and precious things aren't going to get damaged in an earthquake. There are some other major things you may want to look at, like your chimneys and foundations, but I'd suggest you get a professional out to come and have a look at them.